What a shot. Get in. Oh,
Hey!
nice.
I'll take that. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Welcome back to Niagara Falls. We're actually just down the river from the falls, overlooking the gorge, overlooking the Whirlpool, hence it's called the Whirlpool Golf Course.
Exactly.
Here with the golf pro, Kathy. What do you think?
Oh, that was a great shot, and into the wind it stopped beautifully. Good for you.
Well, she taught me a
You
couple
are a player.
She taught me a couple things off camera, and
Yeah.
and it worked out.
Nice.
So how are you doing?
Really good. It's nice to be back out golfing, and especially here at Whirlpool. It's a great day for golf.
So take us through the course. How long has it been around for, Kathy?
Actually, this is the 70th anniversary year for it. It opened in 1951. It's a Stanley Thompson design. It's one of the best public courses in Ontario for sure.
So anybody can come.
Anybody can come, and what a view of the Niagara Gorge right here. And it's always in immaculate condition. We've had a few. We've had the Niagara Classic tournament here, so we've had some professional tournaments here, but it gets tons of rounds every year.
So when you guys were closed down, it was still being maintained at all times, just to be sure whenever you guys got the call to open back up, it'd be ready to go.
Oh, for sure, Tim. Both the Niagara Parks courses at Legends and here at Whirlpool, the crew kept good care of the courses. It must have been awesome the first day out to go out and play with no divots.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
goodness, right?
For sure.
So if people are coming, they do have to book ahead of time,
Everything's
right?
pre-booked online, or for sure to make a phone call and book your tee time before you come and play, for sure.
Who do you get? Do you get locals? Do you get tourists? Do you get a bit of everybody here?
We have a lot of good locals that come and play, but mostly a lot of tourists come and play, and out-of-towners as well. So it's nice to have them back in town when they can come back in safely. So everything here is good for them to come.
Nice. Okay, so as my caddy
That's
and
it.
my pro, I got to.
What do you think?
What do you think? So I use the putter.
Use the putter.
Right.
Yep.
What's
Do you feel yourself walking uphill a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because I don't want to hit it too hard, because then it goes back downhill.
Look at the hill here.
Yeah.
Look at the hill here. Your putt's going to be like this, right?
Like
And
this.
everything runs to the river.
So am I shooting more towards this way?
You're going to aim over here, just a titch.
Just a little titch.
Yep. I'm going to get this thing out of your way here, though.
Get that. Look at you. Aren't you the best?
Okay.
How big a hit you think?
That's way too big.
Too big?
Yep. That's too big. There you go.
Just a little
That's
one.
a little
okay.
one.
Kathy, let's see what we can do
Out to
this.
the left now. Come on, out to the left.
Out to the left. Out and to the left.
Way to go, Tim.
I am taking
Look
you
at that.
everywhere.
Well, you know,
I am taking you everywhere.
if it didn't go in, it would have been down the hill chipping. So there you go. Well done.
Golf's a little bit of luck too.
Good stuff.
Fantastic. We'll continue our tour of Niagara Falls on Morning Live. I'm shaking. I'm so excited.
That was
Woo!
very nice. That was awesome.
Well, good morning and welcome back to Niagara Falls. This is a spot that I am quite familiar with. I think this is the 4th time we've been here. Normally we come for the entire day, and I'm able to strap in here at the WildPool. No, I'm saying that wrong. WildPlay Adventure Course, because I'm getting it confused because we're overlooking the Whirlpool.
There you
and
go.
I do remember Lindsay though. Hey Lindsay,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, because you guys are open.
We are open to the public. We're open for the season.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we have a few people out on the course right now.
We do.
I've done it before. It's addictive once you get out there and do it. If anybody hasn't done it, give us a synopsis of what you guys are all about.
Yeah, sure. So we are a progressive adventure course. So we have dozens of aerial adventure games, zip lines, wobbly bridges, swinging logs, cargo nets. There's something for everyone.
And all the while you're overlooking the Niagara Gorge and the Whirlpool.
And the Whirlpool 250 feet below, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Making some changes though.
We have. We've
Good.
done a lot of course improvements this year. So if you are new, you'll probably start on our green level and make your way throughout the course. But if you've been here before, we've actually opened up the entire park that you can start at any level. So if you're a little bit more of an experienced climber, come out and do our red level for the first time and start higher up off the ground.
Well, that's what Aiden and Quam are doing. They're out there doing that, and I've been out there, and it is a really thrill because you can't really see it, but they're overlooking the gorge, and that is a little bit more difficult to do.
Yeah, they're over on our extreme course now, and it definitely lives up to its name.
Yeah. Ages.
So we have a kids course, starts at age 5. We do have a height requirement of 3 feet 9 inches. And then to get on our classic and our extreme courses, you have to be 4 feet 8 inches tall.
Okay. Because it is fun for the whole family. right?
Yep.
Seasons Pass, that became extremely popular last year.
For sure, yeah. So we are an completely outside, outdoor recreation. People really took advantage of it. We have a Seasons Pass program on special right now for $149. It's good for the entire season. Come out and climb as much as you want, any level that you want.
So if you need to come out and climb, do you have to be reserving a spot ahead of time? What's the best way to go?
It is recommended to reserve a spot, especially if you want to climb at a specific time. If you're just in the area, stop by though, and we'll get you on the next available time slot.
Right, and come and check it out because, I don't know, it's pretty thrill-seeking to see somebody else do it and then to see if you can do it. And you know what? I think you can do it because, as Lindsay was saying, there's something for everybody.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Great seeing you.
Thanks.
Okay, our tour at Niagara Falls will continue. Let's go for a hike on Morning Live. Welcome to Queenston Heights. Niagara, I guess we're on the Parkway right behind us here. And we're doing a hike with Niagara Parks because, listen, we've been doing a lot of hiking, and I think we're going to be doing that for the next little bit. So happy to have Heather with Niagara Parks with us. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
We want to kind of highlight some of the other trails that maybe aren't as popular as, let's say, the Gorge, where everybody goes.
Yes.
Right? Queenston Heights, what's this trail all about?
So right now we're on the Bruce Trail, and this trail runs all the way from Niagara-on-the-Lake all the way up to Tobermory. So this is one of the longest trails in Canada that people can go hiking on.
Amazing. Is that, we think we don't realize how many trails there are around for us to access?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot here in the Niagara region. There's the Friendship Trail in Fort Erie, the Niagara Parkway, which runs all the way from Niagara-on-the-Lake to Fort Erie. So there's lots of different places that people can go exploring right in our own backyard.
So what we did this morning is we just kind of went to the monument, the Sir Isaac Brock Monument, right? Saw that. There's a parking lot right here.
Exactly.
Parked the car. And then how long could this hike be?
This hike can be as long as you want it to be, really. If you want to go all the way to Tobermory, you've got about a 600-kilometer hike ahead of you.
Have you ever done that?
I have not done that, no.
Okay. If you were doing that, or maybe you're just going for a little hike, what's some safety tips or things that you don't think you have to remind people that you do have to remind people about?
The main thing is to make sure you're always staying on marked trails. It's really easy to get lost in some of the wooded areas, but not just that, it's safer for the forest itself. There's lots of species at risk that live in our forests, and if we stay on the trails, we're making sure that we're protecting all of those different plants and wildlife and just making sure we're keeping safety here on the trails.
I knew I was coming for a walk, so I brought my trusty, just running shoes. Right?
Exactly, perfect.
Like the trail, it's not paved, but there's certain rocks and things like that, so a comfortable pair of shoes is pretty the obvious one.
Yes,
right?
You don't want to be wearing flip-flops or any kind of shoe that doesn't have good ankle support. It's really important because there are lots of trip hazards. These are not paved trails, so when you're out in nature, make sure you're being safe. Dress appropriately for the area, bring water with you so you stay hydrated, and just make sure any garbage you bring in, you bring back out with you.
What about getting lost? Is that easy to do?
It is easy to do. However, if you are on the marked trails, that greatly reduces the risk of getting lost. But we have the Niagara Parks Police that are always just a phone call away. They can help you find your way back out.
As far as like figuring out where you want to go, can you map out your route ahead of time? Is there anywhere to access that?
You absolutely can. A lot of our trails are available at niagaraparks.com.
Amazing. Well, let's continue our hike on this beautiful Thursday morning on Morning Live. Wrapping up another great morning in Niagara Falls, and yesterday we were down by the falls. Today we've kind of focused, we're down the little river a little bit along the Parkway and kind of showing off some things that you might not know that's here, like this, where we are today. This is the landscape. No, let me get this right. Actually, let me ask Tim, because you know what it is. Tim Johnson, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. What are we exploring today?
This is the Landscape of Nations Commemorative Memorial.
Okay.
Here in Queenston Heights Park, the location of the Queenston Heights battle during the War of 1812.
And you were the co-chair.
Co-chair along with Richard Merritt on this project. Yep.
And how long was it in the works for?
It was in the works for about 10 years. It was originally planned as a memorial to dedicate and honor the contributions of Indigenous peoples during the War of 1812. And so it was unveiled on October 2nd, 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Take us through their contributions.
Oh, it's substantial. The reason it's here at the Battle of Queenston Heights is because the Americans attacked, coming across the river, scaling the heights and taking over the British fortification here. And the battle was going against the British and their allies until a contingent of 6 nations and native allied warriors arrived on the scene and began to push the American forces back in that direction towards the river.
So we've walked into this area. There's how many different
exhibits? There are 8. These are like what we call piers, 8 Queenston limestone piers that form the memory circle, which is the heart of the memorial.
And what is the memory circle?
Well, this is where we come to think about, it is a memorial, right? It's like a war memorial, where we think about the Indigenous warriors who lost their lives here, who sacrificed, who made contributions to the defense of the Alliance back during that time period. This is all sweetgrass grown in the center of this circle, and this word means never forget.
Coming up in the fall, you have something exciting that you're heading up as well.
Yeah, well, this particular site is going to become one of the destinations of what we're calling the Indigenous Niagara Living Museum Tour, where we're going to take a busload of folks, so this is sort of the first launch of it, through a number of locations, destinations of Indigenous importance, culturally, historically, in the Niagara region. So this particular site's going to be one, the Indian Council House down near Fort George, another, Niagara Falls itself, which has a lot of stories to tell about the Indigenous cultures that associated and identified with that feature, and other battle sites as well during the War of 1812.
It will also be good because come the fall, school's back and
Yeah.
getting kids, because that's what we need to be teaching our youth.
Well, yeah, and this actually started as an educational project. So the tour emerged as part of a training program that we took Niagara regional teachers through to give them sort of a place-based understanding of Indigenous history and heritage in this region.
And this is open to anybody. Can
Oh yeah,
check this out, right?
This is an absolutely fantastic memorial, one of the best in Canada.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Just another piece of our tour in Niagara Falls that you can add this summer.
In the fire.